Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of What the Hell is Going On with your host, Ugly Belle Delphine. Now before you ask, yes, there is an Epstein Files video coming out. I feel like everyone has like streamer brain nowadays, and like every fucking video has to be breaking news in order to get the most views. But I am taking my time with it. I'm sure you understand, there is a lot happening.
You know, with this anti-Semitic culture right now, she voted against a resolution condemning.
Oh,
is
Jewish.
Jewish. I just want to be clear.
Do you want to go there, Attorney General? Do you want to go there? Are you serious?
Gentlemen,
Talking about anti-Semitism to a woman who lost her grandfather in the Holocaust.
Your country, sir. Anyway, let's just forget about these satanic billionaire pedophiles running the world, and let's talk about some internet drama, shall we? Because that is what's really important. For a little over a decade now, the most inane things can get you called a racist or a Nazi on the internet, to the point where these words hold little to no meaning anymore. It's so bad that when someone is called a racist or a Nazi online, I'm immediately like, oh, what funny joke did they tell? But ladies and gentlemen, we have officially come to the point where not saying anything also makes you a racist Nazi. For the few of you watching this channel who are employed, there's a very popular Twitch streamer named Emiru. She's a cosplayer and just kind of a fun, chill, normie video game streamer. Well, the other day, someone in her chat asked her opinion about ICE, and this is what she had to say.
Like, there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content creators to, like, say their opinions on, like, important topics. I get that, right? But it's like, if you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
In a world where it seems like every single celebrity is just screaming their political takes completely unprompted, this was a refreshing thing to hear. Seems like a pretty sane, rational, inoffensive thing to say, right? Wrong. This short little clip where she ironically tried to avoid controversy ended up being one of the most controversial dramas this year. I feel like decades worth of news has happened in the past like 2 months, don't you? Every day there's like a breaking story of the most insane shit you've ever heard in your life, and everyone is expected to have a fully formed opinion on every single breaking story. There's pressure to react, to pick a side, to condemn, to defend. But the reality is, when a story first breaks, we're usually not seeing the full picture. And that's why for years now, I have been using today's sponsor, Ground News. So let's quickly give them a shout out before we jump into today's video, shall we? Ground News is a website and an app that lets you see how news stories are being covered. We are going to talk about the drama surrounding Emiru, the people trying to cancel her, the mistake the left is making by embracing cancel culture again. We're gonna read some insane, hilarious tweets, of course, and then we will talk about my personal experience with these people. And what do I mean by these people? I mean the cult of the CryBullies. I'm sorry if I sound even more like a prepubescent boy in this video. I am a little bit sick, but I am here, slaving over a hot laptop for you. If you guys saw my last video, you know I am quite critical of ICE. I don't think we should abolish them, of course, but I think it is good and healthy to criticize your government. I am a political culture war commentator. I talk about political topics often. People come to me to hear my political opinions. But not everybody wants to be a political YouTuber or streamer. And not everybody wants to listen to a political YouTuber or streamer. Sometimes we just want to have fun and talk about other things. There are lots of other things to talk about. Sometimes we want to look at funny memes or watch funny videos without having politics shoved down our throat. So a lot of people thought it was really refreshing when a cosplay streamer was basically like, I don't want to talk about politics. Why are you coming to me for politics? It was a perfectly sane, rational opinion. So of course, like half the internet had a problem with it. It's just not that hard to say ICE. It's really not that hard to say ICE, to be honest. Is it so hard to just say ICE? It's really not hard to say ICE. Jesus Christ, how hard is it to just say ICE? How hard is it to just say ICE? How hard is it to just say ICE and move on? Oh my god. Just say ICE. It's not hard. Is it so hard?
Honestly, if I was in, if I was in Shue's case, I wouldn't be, well, in Shue's, I guess. I wouldn't be blurring out the names. It's public anyway. Why go through that length to fucking blur their names? I wouldn't go to that extent. They made it public anyway. It's not their fault. It's not Shue's fault that these people said that. So why blur those things out? They said it publicly. But yeah, it's absolutely stupid though. How hard is it to say fuck ice? Say it, bitch. Say fuck ice. Say it, like stuff like that. I don't get it. Like people who basically say this kind of shit, where people say like just say fuck ice, just say it. They don't really want you to actually condemn eyes. They just want their opinions being parroted back to them, to be like, okay, I have done my influencing things, and then my job is complete. Like that's basically what these guys are. They're literally a virus that is just spreading around as being as absolutely obnoxious and delusional as ever, by just like doing these kind of things over and over again. Again, like, they stand for nothing. They stand for absolutely nothing but their ego. That's it. They have nothing. They literally have nothing to be happy for themselves. So they try to just make everything everyone else's problem. That's how they roll. That's how they have rolled for forever, basically. Well, let's say the last decade, if not more, but primarily the last decade.
How hard is it to just say ice? How hard is it to just say ice? How hard is it to just say ice and move on? Oh my god. Just say ice. It's not hard. Is it so hard to just say the line? Say the line. Say it. Jesus Christ, like at this point, even if Emiru did want to like abolish ice, even if she really did think ice, she shouldn't say it. Like I wouldn't say it at this point, because this is just like, this is creepy. This is like a horde of zombies chasing after you. Hey, it's actually super easy to stream and have opinions. I'll show you. Ice, Donald Trump, and
Oh yeah, this dude. I saw this dude as well. I saw this guy as well, Damien Haas, but depends, of course, like where this dude is from. Could be like Dutch or Belgian as well, because Damien is also a name that we see here often. Haas would be a Dutch name, for example. But I don't know, Damien, whatever. I get it. Whatever this dude is saying, he just is parroting everything. It's absolutely insane. And again, I even made a post about that too, where people are saying like, free Palestine, but then to see the last one, leave trans people the fuck alone, but you support Palestine, but you support trans people, but you want past. What the fuck is wrong with these people? You are literally supporting both sides, of which one side would kill the other side on sight. What are you talking about, though, to say like free Palestine, then say leave trans people the fuck alone? No. See, this is why, again, this is literal proof that anyone who says these things, and especially those that are saying like queers for Palestine or trans people for Palestine, anyone who says that literally has nothing to stand on for themselves, because they don't know what they're talking about. Because literal, like, Islamists and Muslims literally have no respect whatsoever for trans people whatsoever. So why would you support them? Why would you support people who actively hate you? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? It's so stupid. And just saying things like, oh, trans for Palestine. Yeah, you're supporting the people who literally want to kill you on sight. Just saying, just be very wary of these things, though. Like, these people are just so delusional and so fucking stupid, though, that it's absolutely insane that we got this far. And again, it proves the whole point. They are fucking lunatics. They are. And with that, I'm not saying that all of them are lunatics. Absolutely not. That's all what I'm saying, because I know that this will be pulled out of context, as usual. But that's the problem, is that they don't understand anything about what free Palestine in this case would mean. Of course, I'm also for not having any wars anywhere, for that matter. But if you are going to wave the flag as a trans person, or wave the Palestinian flag as a trans person, do know that you're waving a flag of people who would literally just stone you to death, right? Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
everyone in his...
Oh, also this fucking mine. The US has stolen land built by stolen people. Is it stolen? It depends on, of course, the topic or the aspect or perspective, rather, of stealing something, in which case would be the Spanish, right? The Spanish and the Portuguese were like, hey, let's go fuck around with the Americas now that we discovered that shit. And it's absolutely stupid. It's so stupid that it's conquered is it stolen? In an essence, yes and no. But it is conquered, and not to mention even the Native Indians who basically, or Native Americans rather, basically fucked over each other from time to time, like the Aztecs and the Mayans and the Iroquois and the Sioux and the Delawares and the Hurons. Who else do we have? Hang on. So those are like the primarily the biggest ones, the biggest tribes that I can think of, that are very well known. Am I missing anyone? So Mayans, Aztecs, Hurons, Iroquois, Delaware, Sioux. Who else am I missing? Whatever. Maybe the Haida as well, but those were in Alaska. I don't know. But the thing is, like, it was all conquered basically, and that is something like, is it stolen? Yes and no. That's how I would say it. Also, hey the heck, what's up? And the funny thing is, people who say the U.S. has stolen land. Okay, how about this? How about if someone steals your stuff, considering that it is not stolen anyway, so it is, it is not your property because it's stolen. So if someone is not really stealing, how would I say this, would be forcefully entering your house and claiming it as their own, is that then also stealing stolen land because it is your house? And you know what I'm getting at with this. So it's also so stupid, like especially Billie Eilish, like fucking retarded little take that this little shit has basically said. Like no one is illegal on stolen land. Bitch, you live in a giant as fuck mansion that could basically house 100, if not more, immigrants. How many do you have at your house? Fucking 0. So shut the fuck up about that fucking thing about, no one is illegal on stolen land. Literally someone... I saw that thing too, where someone went to Billie Eilish's mansion, wants to enter her mansion, and the dude got basically kicked out, right? But yeah, but no one is illegal. Yeah, apparently they are. Now suddenly they are for walls and borders, basically. But otherwise, nope. Otherwise, let everyone in. Let everyone in. Let everyone in. We don't have any walls. We don't need walls. Let them all in. And we are not going to do anything ourselves to basically help the immigrants ourselves. We just want to let them in and let everyone else pay for it except for me. That's literally what these retards are saying over and over again, and they don't understand that. They don't understand the concept. At the moment that you introduce the idea of having immigrants in their house, they will decline 100%. They will always have some kind of a bullshit excuse. They will be like, but this shouldn't be in my house. I don't have the space for it. I don't have the space. No, I just live in a giant as fuck mansion, but no, I don't have any space for them. They should just be somewhere else. Like, that's literally what all of them will say. All of them. Everyone who says let them all in has 0 immigrants in their own fucking house. So anyone who keeps saying that, stop being a hypocrite, shut the fuck up, and let the people who actually care about your country do something to actually fix your country.
Administration, Elon Musk, Free Palestine, US is on stolen land built by stolen people, Luigi did nothing wrong, abortion is healthcare, leave trans people the fuck alone. These people literally just speak in bumper stickers, dude. Just like copy pasting the internet leftist starter pack. What the hell am I looking at? I hate the Reddit ass. Hey, it's super easy. It's crazy, like 1,000 years ago, this dude's ancestors were hunting mammoths. And now he's on here like, Men should not be speaking like this. I'm sorry. We need another war. The post that really seemed to kick this all off was made by Denims, the self-described largest female political streamer. Only because kick this all off was made by Denims.
This fucking bitch is so delusional that she literally makes up everything just for clout. She is so goddamn boring that she is just calling everyone racist just for clout.
Self-described largest female political streamer. Only because I don't stream, Denims. Only because I don't stream. Anyway, I don't have any like personal beef with Denims. This isn't like an own Denims video. We used to be kind of cool years ago, but she apparently has some opinions on Emiru, so let's hear her out. Never thought I'd see the day we'd be fence-sitting the modern Gestapo. First of all, she's not fence-sitting. She's just choosing not to talk about politics. Like, in order to fence-sit, you actually have to say something. She didn't even say anything. Like, how do you even know what her opinion is? Second of all, modern Gestapo? Why is everything the fucking Holocaust? It's totally normal to criticize ICE. It's totally understandable to have issues with the things they are doing. But modern Gestapo? Don't you guys get tired of this shit? Like, don't you guys get tired of saying, like, isn't this exhausting after a while? Everything is Nazis, everything is the Holocaust, everyone is Hitler. It's like nothing else bad ever happened.
I mean, that's also the thing. Everyone calls me Hitler and Nazi all the fucking time. At some point, I'm just gonna play along. I mean, they want me to be one, even though I myself don't want to be one, but apparently they really want me to fit that image. I mean, I already cut the colors down. What else do you need? One other fucking flag with some funny cross on it? Like, fuck all, though. Actually, speaking of which, I already have a banner with a cross on it. Literally, hang on. Where's my thing? Where's my fan art? I need my fan art with my little acolyte. Where is my little acolyte thing? I had a artwork thingy. Was it not a fan art thing? Second model? No. Early new model. Just checking out some things. There it is. Hang on. See, there we go. We already got the colors right. We already have a flag with a cross on it. So, we're almost halfway there, right? Living on a prayer? I don't know. But these people, again, absolutely delusional.
In history. Like, what did they used to compare bad things to before World War II? Oh my god, you're literally Napoleon. Also, I love this. Racist chud. Like, where did the racism part? Like, where did that come from? Listen, I don't get on camera and start talking about cars or math or taxes or investing or going outside or the plenty of other things I don't know about. I sit here and talk about the gender war and the culture war because I'm good at those things and that's what people watch me for. That is my lane and I stay in it. Emiru likes what she's doing. Her audience likes what she's doing. There are plenty of other channels that will regurgitate your political takes back to you. Just turn on the TV. Turn on CNN. Most people, most normal people, are sick and tired of celebrities just like spewing their political takes completely unprompted. I don't care what Glub Shitto thinks of politics, okay? Why does Glub Shitto have to get on stage and start talking about how we're on stolen land or some shit? Why do you need your political opinions thrown up into your mouth by a celebrity like a fucking baby bird? Like, do you really?
It's literally like that. It is literally like that. Like, it's absolutely insane. When people are just going to celebrities to say certain things, why would you go to celebrities who are literally the most disconnected people from the regular folk, just like you and me? Why would you want their opinion? They know nothing. They have their own little bowl safe from everything because they have a shitload of money. So they're not going to bother with your shit. They are not. They're absolutely not. So what the fuck are people just like begging celebrities to say anything, basically? Their opinion doesn't matter for a celebrity. It absolutely does. But are they connected really with the people and the struggles that we regular folk are dealing with right now at this point? Or as of recent, basically? Absolutely fucking not. They don't have any issues whatsoever. Their life just goes on because they have so much more things to basically not worry about. They have everything already set. They are set for life. They literally can't do, like, they literally don't have to worry about literally anything. So why the fuck do you think that they're gonna bother with that? Any celebrity who would then just agree and just say or parrots literally everyone else saying fuck ICE, or even the other way, I support ICE or something like that, it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. Their opinions, again, they're valid to themselves as the person that they are. But even then, is it really going to affect them? Of course not.
Want Sydney Sweeney throwing up in your mouth? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Please don't answer that.
She's right when she says most streamers are not qualified to talk about politics. Okay, here's the thing, dude. You actually don't have to be qualified to talk about politics to say F ICE. It's not that hard.
Now, exactly. You don't have to be qualified to say fuck ICE. Then why the fuck are you talking about it? Shut the fuck up.
Part of a concept.
You actually don't have to know what you're talking about in order to just say the line. What? You should look into a topic, do your own research, come to your own conclusion, and form your own opinion on the topic. You should not just blindly, mindlessly say the line.
You know who doesn't do political content? Cutie Cinderella. Cutie Cinderella literally never does political content. And even she's capable of saying F ICE. What about Cinna? You don't have to be a political creator to recognize that it's not hard to say F ICE.
You don't have to be a political content creator to say the line. All your other friends are saying the line, Emiru.
Do political content? Cutie Cinderella. Cutie Cinderella literally never does political content. And even she's capable of saying F ICE. What about Cinna? You don't have to be a political creator to recognize that it's not hard to say F ICE. You don't
Alright then, now about this. It's not difficult for me to say I support ICE and on the grounds that it is doing things legally and not just randomly grabbing people, as other people like to say, especially in the media. But I support ICE in the sense that they deport illegal immigrants no matter where they are from. No matter what skin color they have, anyone illegal should get the fuck out. Point, period, next line. See, it's not that difficult either.
You don't have to be a political content creator to say the line. All your other friends are saying the line, Emiru. Why aren't you saying the line, Emiru?
ICE. Okay, but unironically though, f them. Straight up. Hey, f them. Yeah, it's f them, don't care, and if you don't like that I say that, it's f you too. You know what I mean?
Well, I do know what I mean, or I do know what you mean, rather. You know, I know what you mean, that everyone who disagrees with you, even though they were friends with you, you would absolutely ditch them 100%, because that's usually how it goes, that anyone who disagrees with people who say fuck ICE, and they have friends that actually support ICE, will 100% be ditched by them, because they cannot be friends anymore. Even parents, even family members, they will literally ditch them over just you saying fuck ICE or I support ICE. It's absolutely crazy. It's so stupid. Like, why can't we get along despite our differences? Why are people being so tribalistic, basically, if that is a word? I don't get it. And it's just this thing that people just want these teams. It's like a game, basically, at this point, almost. Wouldn't you say? It's almost like a game where people are just basically, like, thinking, hey, how about we have our team, the fuck ICE team, and I support ICE team, and basically see, like, which one has more people in, which one has more players in, which one has the highest score, and the one with the highest score will win. And that's why they keep spamming that. That's why they keep spamming that. Fuck ICE, say it, fuck ICE. That's literally that. It's literally that. They just want to recruit people, and if they are unable to change anyone's minds, even that of their own family members, they will not hesitate to literally demonize you for you saying otherwise. So, yeah, no, I don't want to be part of your team if you're being that toxic. It has nothing to do with I support ICE or I fuck ICE or whatever fuck ICE thing that you want me to say, but it's more in a sense of, if you're being that toxic, regardless of what your statements are, I'm just not going to play along with you. How about that? And again, it has nothing to do with your political view, it has everything to do with how much of a garbage piece of shit that you are.
It's really that easy for me, I'm telling you right now.
There's Emiru's roommate saying the line. Aren't we all proud of her? By the way, where are all her friends during all of this? Where are all her morally righteous, good guy, big streamer friends while this is all going down? While she's being dragged by half of the internet for doing absolutely nothing wrong. This girl who literally just came out of an allegedly abusive relationship. This girl who literally just got assaulted, grabbed by some freak at a convention. Now this girl is going through all of this. This girl who literally just got a.
By the way, when this shit happened, when Emiru got, like, grabbed by that one guy, though, the friend that was standing right next to Emiru, what the fuck was he doing? And, like, Twitch basically just gave him a slap on the wrist, and that's it. Absolutely insane. Or was it like a ban or something for on the platform? That's it for an X amount of years or months, maybe even? I don't know, if at all. Like, honestly, fucking sentence him to something proper, not something that Twitch has to do. Absolutely stupid. I don't know, like, it is absolutely insane. Like, what kind of world are we living in? That, like, no wonder that women, like actual women, are not feeling safe in literally anywhere at this point. That was another friend. Wasn't that like some kind of a friend of? I thought that was like a friend, like of Emiru, that was standing right next to her to kind of like moderate or like kind of see things. But it was kind of funny. Like, there's a picture of that too, of that guy just standing there like an NPC, like as if, even though it's like already going on for like a second or 2 seconds, he was just standing there like an NPC, frozen in time. Basically, it's like, do something. I mean. And even then, even if it was just a fan, I would just do anything that I can, especially if you truly are a fan. I would suppose, or I would assume that you care about the one that you are supporting. and then that you would do everything that you can to basically, you know, do something about that, you know, to protect her from any kind of weirdos like that. That's what I would do. Like, for example, who am I going to pick here? Imagine Powder, for example. Imagine for some reason that Powder is at a convention kind of thing, IRL. I don't know why, because she's a VTuber, whatever. You know, fantasy scenario. Imagine Powder is doing a meet and greet, and I would be meeting up with her as well. And then the next one after me would be doing some weird shit to her. Then I would absolutely knock the fuck out of them whatsoever, no matter what. No hesitation. So what the hell? Why couldn't he? That's weird. Really weird.
Grabbed by some freak at a convention. Now this girl is going through all of this. I guess it's fine to be silent when your friend is getting dragged by half of the internet, but don't you dare stay silent about current thing. I don't even know this woman, and I'm sticking my neck out for her because it pisses me off seeing this kind of shit happen to people who absolutely do not deserve it.
If you're above the age of 18, you should care about politics in your fucking country. You don't get to be like, well, I don't agree with this whole taxes thing, so I'm just not gonna pay for it. You can't say like, well, I'm just not gonna care about all this politics stuff.
When someone doesn't have an opinion on a political topic, people like you might get a little mad. When someone doesn't pay their taxes, the government comes and arrests them. Okay, so that's the difference between those things.
There's this weird idea in America especially where like you can just be an adult and be like, oh, I don't care about politics. What?
Many people, most people, do not care that much about politics. I know to you and me that's like mind-blowing, that's like unfathomable because our whole life is politics, our job is politics, like I get it. But most people's lives do not revolve around politics. They do other things other than fight with strangers online. Crazy, I know, but man, do I envy them. I was so much happier before I knew. Sadly, it is getting harder and harder for the average person to not care about politics because politics is seeping into literally everything. Politics will be bending you over and spreading your cheeks and going in dry whether you want it or not. And unfortunately, the people who are like, I just want to be left alone, are the people who are the most fucked by politics. Also, more importantly, Emiru wasn't saying that she doesn't care about politics. She was saying she didn't want to talk about politics. I feel like that is a huge difference. I care a lot about like skincare, but I don't get on here and talk about like peptides and collagen to my audience because they don't give a shit. They're here to watch me say feminism is doo-doo and make silly little faces at the camera. Yeah, you like that shit? I hate when grown women don't have a mind of their own. You are 28 years old. Please develop a mind of your own. All she does is pander to anime.
What the fuck is it with these people that are saying you don't have a mind of your own? What, you do? You literally copy whatever everyone else is saying. Literally someone else told you to say fuck ICE, and so you do so as well, but then you are criticizing people for not having a mind of their own. The hypocrisy of these people is absolutely insane. They're delusional and just full of hypocrisy. These people really need to get like a little bit of a reality check. Just a little.
Gooner men. No mind of her own. I never liked Emiru, so finding out she's stupid and doesn't have a mind of her own is nice. The audacity! If she didn't have a mind of her own, she would have mindlessly parroted the shit you want her to say. She would have mindlessly just been like, fuck ICE. If Emiru came out and was like, actually, I think ICE is doing a fine job, do you think they'd be like, ah yes, she has a mind of her own? No, absolutely not! They are not angry that she doesn't have an opinion, they are angry that she doesn't have their opinion. The absolute audacity to say that this woman doesn't have a mind of her own while thousands of you people swarm her like drones, barking orders at her to say the line. You guys literally operate like the fucking Borg. So what I'm gathering is that Emiru is a grown woman who acts like a frail, silly little girl to entertain fat, dirty, incel, Asian fetisher weirdos and is okay with that but draws the line at saying ICE is bad. Emiru and Asmon's audience are the same. Incels love Emiru because
So let's see here. So with that, but draws the line at saying ICE is bad because ICE isn't bad. ICE is a good thing, and they're literally doing everything that they can to make sure that your tax money isn't getting fucked over because you are the one paying for like all immigrants are getting in there illegally, and that is on you. you are paying for that. And basically what ICE is doing is we don't want you to pay taxes for literally pointless shit. We don't want you to pay taxes for people who literally would kill you on sight if they have given the chance, or rape you for that matter, which is also a thing that happens. We don't want that. That's basically what they are doing. That is why they are here. So what the hell?
Draws the line at saying ICE is bad. Emiru and Asmon's audience are the same. Incels love Emiru because she confirms the image of the anime bimbo stereotype that incels worship. She definitely cultivated an audience who, in the end of all things, are reactionary. She appeals to violent racists who fetishize Asian women. What the f is this Asian fetish thing? Are they just saying this because she's fucking Asian? Like, I'm trying to find a clip of Emiru saying sucky sucky $5 or something, but it doesn't exist. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's not a coincidence that she answered the question this way, and that her fan base consists heavily on Asian fetish.
What the fuck is this thing? Like, how racist are these people, though? You fucking hypocritical, delusional, deranged, racist fucks, though. Constantly saying, like, oh, yeah, heavily, you know, her fan base consists heavily on Asian fetishists. What the fuck does her being Asian have to do with anything? Nobody was talking about race in this case. Why the fuck are you guys bringing that up? How fucking mentally retarded are you guys? Holy fuck, though.
I don't know where this is coming from. And this woman, the woman saying this is literally an OnlyFans, like an Asian OnlyFans model. Like, I'm sorry, are you really the person to be talking about fetishization here? The most insane part of all of this had to be when her ex-boyfriend, her allegedly abusive ex-boyfriend, posted his own ICE in the middle of his ex-girlfriend being canceled for not saying that. Like, how fucking petty do you have to be to subtweet your ex like that? Another character involved in all this is former booby streamer Caseytron.
It reminds me of whenever Amaranth started wearing a cowboy hat, because that's whenever she started going like full Nazi, basically. She started wearing the cowboy.
Wait, hang on. Is this... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this one on the bottom right? Is that Caseytron? Or is it someone else? Hang on, is it someone else, or... Because if that is Caseytron, holy foxy chains. Time is a cruel mistress, holy fuck.
Like these Austin, Texas streamer circles start wearing cowboy hats, that's whenever you gotta watch out.
A woman in Texas wearing a cowboy hat? Lord, take me out. Take me out back. Behind the shed, put me out of my misery if I ever become this politically brain rotted. Holy shit.
Like, you know that she probably has like weird incels donating her hundreds of dollars. It's because, like, in my opinion, like, it's all a facade to appeal to the worst type of men. Because, like, really misogynistic, shitty incel-like men, they like a woman that doesn't have any opinions. I think that she also plays into how a lot of incels will fetishize Asian women. Her whole platform is just like appealing to like the worst fucking men. She's like basically like, she's like a pick-me for like incel freaks.
So this fucking pick-me shit, dude, it's gonna be the death of me. Before making this video, I watched a bunch of Emiru stuff, and I saw no signs of like pick-me behavior at all. At least with some streamers or some YouTubers. People could be like, oh, they criticize women, so they're trying to be like one of the good ones, and they're a pick-me. Like, okay, sure, like, that's retarded. We all know that's retarded. But at least I can, like, kind of see how is Emiru a pick-me? She doesn't even do that shit. Like, where is the pick-me thing coming from? No, really, though, what makes her a pick-me and not the booby streamer or OnlyFans models calling her a pick-me? You are literally selling your body for men to consume. If men do not pick pictures of your ass, you can't pay rent. There's no bigger pick-me on earth than a fucking porn star. And me. I don't care about being called a pick-me. I've been doing this for over a decade now. I'm used to it. I've been called it thousands of times. I'm a 35-year-old married mother. I do not give a shit. I do care, however, when other women are called pick-me for the crime of not following a hive mind. I see it so often in like the VTuber community. Like all these VTuber anime women will be called pick-me's for just saying their opinions. You have to understand, like, to these people, whenever a woman has like an opinion that is not like the corporate HR approved opinion of the week, whenever a woman doesn't toe the line of the current thing, in this case, whenever a woman doesn't say anything, she's called a pick-me. You know, she just must have these opinions for men, No other reason. Every woman is secretly a big progressive feminist, and if they're not, they're just doing it for male attention. Because I'm sure someone who looks like this is really starving for male attention.
And then in my opinion, it's like she's not entertaining whatsoever. She's like, I would literally rather watch paint dry.
So true.
I mean, for me, like Casey Tron, I don't know. How fucking delusional and retarded is this bitch to literally say shit like this while you've just been a movie streamer for the vast majority of your career? And then say, like, oh yeah, I wouldn't watch that stream. Neither would anyone watch your stream, except for just horny, lonely men who literally have nothing better to do than jack off to titties, basically. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch, though? Like, how far up your ass are you right now that you have to be, that she has to be saying things like that?
In my opinion, it's
absolutely crazy, though.
She's not entertaining whatsoever. She's like, I would literally rather watch paint dry.
So true, because you know what is far more entertaining than a cute, high-energy cosplay streamer reacting to memes? This is way more entertaining. And if you don't agree, you're just like an incel. Okay, bitch. Eventually, after a few days of being dogpiled by the most annoying people on Earth, Emiru came out with a statement. Hello, it's very rare I will speak my mind, but I'd rather get my thoughts out there, so apologies if this is long. There's a clip from my stream that's been circulating a lot, so I'd like to explain it for anyone who was hurt or shocked by it. It should go without saying that no one deserves to live their life in fear of being killed or taken away from their homes or families, regardless of who is doing it, but especially not because of ICE or any other government agency. I understand the world is a very cruel and messed up place. You don't have to study politics or actively read the news to know that. I would never want to invalidate anyone who struggles with those things, and an agency causing fear and suffering deserves zero support. To me, that's not even political, it's basic human empathy. Now, I thought that statement was perfectly fine. My issue with it is, she didn't have to make it. She was basically forced to come out.
I would also agree with that. I would also agree with her here, as in Shue here, that Emiru should not have made an apology whatsoever. Emiru literally had nothing to apologize for. I wouldn't have made that post. I literally wouldn't. It's just stupid. Why would you? Why would someone apologize for something that they didn't do wrong, basically? That's what I also have said, like, all the fucking time. If there is something to be apologized for, then you absolutely must have done something wrong to absolutely disrupt or actively hurt someone, and then you apologize for that. But Emiru did nothing of that. Absolutely nothing.
Out and say her opinion. So did these freaks finally back off once Emiru made her opinion about ICE clear? No. Of course not. Nazi response. TLDR, go f yourself in your PR apology. And there it is. Of fucking course she's another dumb Girl, we are not as dumb as you look. You're still a racist chud, but continue to enjoy the money you get from your incel audience because they're disgusting, just like you. All I hear is, I support Israel and my name is Emiru. Wait, what? Where the f did Israel come from? What? I don't like to talk about politics equals I'm a Nazi and I'm ashamed of—
What the fuck is this line, though? What is this line, though? I don't like to talk about politics, and then therefore you're seen as a Nazi? Really? And this gets the 755 delusional fucks that are brain-rotted to the core to be liking and agreeing with this post? What the fuck are these guys on? Like, what drugs aren't you guys taking? Holy fuck, though. Really? Oh my fucking god, though. See, I like talking about politics. Well, that's a big word. I don't mind. How about that? I don't mind talking about politics. I like talking about anything, basically, given the opportunity. Also, I don't care about what's up. But, for me, I don't mind talking about politics. I don't really care for, how would I say it? I don't care for talking about politics. But if me speaking my mind... Hang on, so how about this? So this line says, I don't like to talk about politics, then therefore you're seen as, or therefore you are basically a Nazi. So if I do talk about politics, am I then therefore not a Nazi? Even though I do talk about politics quite often. There we go. So I'm not a Nazi, apparently, despite people calling me so. See, it makes no fucking sense because I keep being, called a Nazi anyway. because of me speaking my mind and allowing people to speak their mind as well. And therefore, I am seen as a Nazi because I let other people also speak their mind. I mean, again, these people literally have nothing to stand for themselves because their whole identity is their frail little snowflake woke bullshit opinion that they have about things. Delusional opinion, that is. A complete delusional opinion that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and given a situation that they would be put in that situation, or for example, considering, this whole ICE debacle thing, and that I've said before, that if you would give them the option to have immigrants stay at their house, no one of them or none of them are going to literally take anyone in. They won't. They absolutely wouldn't. So again, these people are just the most hypocritical, lone retards, basically, that literally have nothing better to do but just to be hateful of literally everyone who isn't on their team.
Of my opinions. Everyone knows what's up. She's a fascist in disguise and is squirming. Emiru, you are garbage Nazi-loving c***. You got orange around your mouth. Say F you, Asmongold. If you're neutral, you might as well say you're MAGA. Stand for something, ho. That's what Trump wants, for everyone to be quiet about it. The idea of get off the internet is so fucking ignorant. This dumb cunt needs to shut her fucking mouth. Thank God her downfall is happening. I've been hating on her since day one.
The fuck do you mean downfall? There's more people supporting her than actual people hating on her. The fuck are you talking about? Fucking retard.
And knew something was off about her. Not a good statement. She implicitly disavowed ICE, but not so much the actual Trump admin. Yeah, you disavowed ICE, but what about the whole Trump administration? They're like literally the mouse from If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. I was like reading that book to my toddler the other day and I was like, oh my god, this is literally Twitter. You cannot give them an inch, dude. Of course are incel fans swooping in to protect the poor little 28-year-old. Ah yes, incels. Known for defending women online. What? What the f does the word incel even mean anymore? Does it just mean man now? It just means man. Man I do not like. I had no idea this was a thing until yesterday. How come no one told me Emiru low-key a femcel? Femcel! Emiru's a femcel! Oh my f- Do people just not know what words mean anymore? How are they coming to these conclusions? I mean, have you looked at her? I mean, look at her. Look at her. Just look at her. Look at her.
I mean, when I look at this woman though, Emiru right here, what I see here is an absolutely beautiful, gorgeous young lady who just happens to be more successful than literally any other like bitch that tries to hate on her and tries to see her downfall become a reality, because it's just not gonna happen. Absolutely not. I see just a wonderful little silly goof, basically, that is just doing the things that she loves. That's it. But no, just because she's successful, people just want to hate on her. Just make the most random lies up, basically, to have a additional reason to hate her and just to go completely full retard mode, to go cancel her for something that she didn't do, for something that she isn't. She is not a racist. What the fuck? Again, these people are so delusional, please. See, and this is why, again, I'm actually kind of happy that I was living in a time where the internet wasn't as prominent as it is today. Because back in the day, you couldn't even think about saying shit like this. Because if you did, you would just get the snot like fucking kicked out of you. Absolutely. 100%. And people were way more compassionate with one another. People were way more loving towards one another. People were way more accepting of one another, regardless of what your personal opinions were. But now, because of the internet, they have this giant shield that is the internet, long distance, big ass shield behind their screens, and then say whatever they want and get away with it. That's literally it. And they can say the most heinous, toxic, vile shit ever. And they will basically get away with it because they know they will get away with it. And that's just so sad to see, though, because, again, Emiru right here, again, absolutely gorgeous young lady. I hope that she's going to be continuing her silly shenanigans, whatever she does, and just continues being Emiru. That's it. That's all that I want. Is it that hard? See, is it that hard to say? To say I support Emiru? Is that so hard to say? Say it. Say it, support Emiru. See, it goes both ways. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, sorry, I don't see it. I think you guys just might be mentally ill. We need to do something about these male-centered women. Okay, first of all, nothing is more male-centered than centering your life around hating men. Men just live rent-free in your fucking head. Take it up with God, go to therapy, do literally anything else than make it our problem. Fuck her, and especially fuck her bestie Asmongold. I hope they get kirked.
Okay, first and foremost, Asmongold is actually funny as hell, and he's one of the realest. Like, I've been recently, like, watching his streams more and more, and honestly, the streams that I see, and, like, I listen to his VODs and, like, videos on YouTube and stuff like that, while I'm at work, because I can listen to things while I'm working. It's very chill. And he is one of the most real, logical, and, like, direct, no bullshit, to the point takes that I can absolutely respect. Absolutely crazy, though. I don't get it. Like, why they dragging him into this thing? So silly. But also then saying, like, I hope they get kirked. Yeah, that's very, that's very tolerant and loving of, the usual tolerant left, right? That likes to include everyone and be peaceful and loving and warm hugs and rainbows and unicorns all over the place. Like, fuck out of here, though.
30-year-old woman too scared to say f guys to keep her incel audience happy. Let's hope she gets abused again. Couldn't happen to a better person.
Let's hope she gets abused again. Really? Really? Again, these vile, toxic people, see, this is why I feel like sometimes death penalty is something that shouldn't be the case, because that would be a mercy killing for this person in particular. No, let them rot in prison for the rest of their life. That's it. Let them rot in prison. Let them rot in prison and be like, send this person in particular to prison with abusers, rapists, and molesters, like all the time. Like in one kind of clause, like a very close, small prison cell with like 10 of these guys that would just absolutely molest whoever the fuck posted this thing for the rest of his or her life.
Next time this cunt is assaulted, I'm gonna laugh and laugh. Fuck her and fuck guys and fuck you if you support this cunt. Emiru deserves.
You know what I say to that? I will support her even harder. Because I genuinely do, and also fuck you.
I'm gonna laugh and laugh. Fuck her and fuck guys and fuck you if you support this cunt. Emiru deserved what Miskiff did to her. Fuck Emiru for supporting ICE. I genuinely hope this bitch gets oh, okay. I reported that one. Holy shit. What is wrong with these people? See, you don't understand. I'm good.
See, seeing things, seeing things that you make abusers be around these people. Actively, yes, because they want to be, they're all for abuse apparently, so we do it to them instead, and see if they're still very accepting of that. And not to mention, this last fucking thing though, what is wrong with these people? Fucking everything. Like with Shue saying that what is wrong with these people? What isn't wrong with these people? I think that might be the better question.
I reported that one. Holy shit. What is wrong with these people? See, you don't understand. I'm good guy, which makes it okay for me to say fucked up things about bad guy. You think saying that to someone is fucked up? Well, you should be abused too, because you're probably also bad guy. It's called being on the right side of history, chud.
I have literally said that too in my previous video thing, in the last video that I posted. I literally said that too. I literally said the exact same things. I didn't even watch this video yet. I literally said the same things, that they're saying these things and then saying that they are on the right side and saying that they are the good guys, basically. I literally said the same thing. Thank you for agreeing with that. See, point in case if there's a pattern recognition, Oh my fucking god. Imagine if people would be able to pick up patterns, which is also something that I said, and it is a pattern. They always think that they're on the right side of history while saying the most vile shit, and therefore saying that, or saying the most horrid shit gives them the excuse or a pass to say those kind of things. Are you shitting me though? Absolutely vile, disgusting things. And again, like I also said before, they are all for their ideology, but anyone who disagrees with them is a Nazi or a fascist. that literally in itself is a Nazi and a fascist and a Gestapo like property or aspects of the things that they do. That is literally a method that the Nazis used to have only their ideology, their political, well, English, their own political party to be the only one, and anyone who disagrees literally gets absolutely hated, gets executed at times, and all kinds of like horrid shit that I will not talk about on stream because otherwise this might be getting a little bit dangerous for the stream. But you know what I mean, right? So they literally use Nazi practices themselves, but call us Nazis for disagreeing with them. Makes sense.
Look it up. Nazis deserve death, and silence is compliance. May I just remind the audience that this is what she said.
If you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
Ladies and gentlemen, a Nazi that deserves death. What? After making her terrible statement full of lies, Emiru decided to follow right-wing grifter ShoeOnHead. Of course Emiru is now following a fellow pathetic pick-me for being quiet about ICE. They both don't want to piss off their 100% right-wing gooner fanbase. For the record, my fan base is probably like 70% right-wing and 80% gooner. Okay, but for some reason, they didn't mind when I came out and harshly criticized ICE in my last video. Yes, some disagreed, but for the most part, they didn't care. As long as you aren't preaching from an ivory tower with no nuance, rhyme, or reason, people don't care. I'll say some shit like, we should decommodify housing, and the right-wingers in my audience are just like, okay, commie mommy. These people cannot fathom a universe where people just disagree. Oh, you're just scared. You don't want to upset your chud audience. I upset my chud audience every goddamn day. You're the ones terrified of your own fucking cult. God forbid you only agree with 99% of the hive mind approved opinions. God have mercy on your soul. I do not envy you. Once you bend the knee to these people, once you apologize or capitulate, it's over. These people don't actually want an apology. They want to humiliate you. They want to drag you down. At the end of the day, they have found a socially acceptable way to bully people. That's what this is. A lot of people in response to Emiru's statement were like, why did you apologize to the mob? You know, you bent the knee, you're a coward. And honestly, people don't realize how insane it can get. These people, the cult of the CryBully, they come in swarms, they get in your head, they prey on your empathy, they isolate you from your friends, they make you feel like a terrible person for having milquetoast normal ass opinions, or in this case, no opinion. And when you are someone who is not used to dealing with these empathy, they isolate you from your friends, they make you feel like a terrible person for having milquetoast normal ass opinions.
Doesn't that sound familiar? Oh yes, I will bring this back up again. Doesn't that sound familiar when I got banned? Not from Twitch, by the way. I'm not talking about Twitch. Oh, no, I'm not talking about Twitch. Doesn't this sound familiar? Doesn't this really sound familiar? For people trying to make you feel like a horrible piece of shit for your own opinions that weren't even that bad? Sounds familiar. Sounds very familiar.
Or in this case, no opinion. And when you are someone who is not used to dealing with these types of people, or you are someone in like a vulnerable state of mind, it is very easy for these cult-like tactics to work. This shit works especially well with women in particular, not to be sexist, but it's just true. Honestly, you know, now that I think about it, the only people who are immune to this are like autistic people. I swear to God, people on the spectrum are immune to the CryBully tactics. What happened is Emiru just saw like a shit ton of people who were mad at her, and she wanted to do the correct thing. Unfortunately, this is just gonna make it worse. And they're moving on to one of their favorite tactics.
The big question in everyone's mind is, well, are you still friends with Asmongold?
While it is appreciated that you are taking a stand and clarifying the clip, you do continue to be vague about how deep your associations with Asmon are. So hopefully you've cut ties with that hate-mongering Nazi troll Asmon, right? Glad you made this and owned up to it, but you're still friends with Asmongold, so it doesn't read as earnest. Almost a decent explanation, but the elephant in the room is that your friendship with Asmongold is holding this back from seeming sincere.
How about this? How about the crazy idea? I have a crazy idea, everyone. I have an absolutely crazy idea. How about people get along with people who are initially their friends and remain friends even though they figured out that their opinions differ from one another. Wouldn't that be a great sight? Can we do that?
Okay, now what about your best friend Asmongold? Denounce Asmon or I'm not taking this seriously. You're friends with Assmold. Assmold?
I'm pretty sure she's still friends with Asmongold.
Now, whatever you think of Asmongold, he is friends with Emiru. They are friends, even though they disagree with each other. Crazy, right?
I literally said, like, I don't agree with the things he says. Like, what do y'all want me to do? Like, fucking shoot him on stream?
Yes, that is what they want you to do. Yes. Around 2018, I was facing nearly daily harassment for being friends with someone who was on the right. Hundreds of people were on my ass like every day. They were calling my job. They got emails of my family members. It was like non-stop. Now, this person was a good friend of mine, but in order to get all these people off my back, I did probably the cringiest thing ever, and I publicly disavowed her. Publicly disavowed a friend of mine over political differences. Now, for those of you who are new here, that sounds like something I would never do, but I did it. I bent the knee to a faceless mob of people who hate me. And in return, I received nothing. The harassment didn't stop, the hate didn't stop. Well, needless to say, karma is real, and the same thing happened to me years later. I was publicly disavowed by friends over political differences. This story ultimately does have a good ending. Me and my friend from 2018, we made up years ago, but looking back on all this in 2026 is extremely embarrassing. And if I knew what I knew now, I would have just told those people to go fuck themselves. But in the moment, it's incredibly stressful and you just kind of want it all to stop. And you will do whatever you can to make it stop. So I understand why Emiru came out and made a statement. I just really hope she doesn't wind up disavowing friends over political differences like I did. It was a huge mistake and it is not worth it, because you are going to find yourself surrounded by people who see you as a temporary ally and not a real friend. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a never apologize person. You should apologize if you actually do something wrong, if you actually wronged someone, but you should.
Isn't that also a very crazy thing that she was saying here, that you should apologize when someone actually did something wrong to you? Isn't that crazy? Does that also sound familiar? That I also still never got, by the way.
Shouldn't apologize to like a nebulous, faceless mob of people while facing down a barrel of a gun. There is nothing that she could say and no amount of money she could donate that could convince me she's not a soulless ghoul like all the men she's happily surrounded herself with for years. There is nothing you can ever do to please these people, so why bother? They will not be happy until you kill yourself, and even then they will dance on your grave. And I know, like, with everything going on right now, like, is this really a video about cancel culture in 2026? And it's like, yeah, I don't know. First of all, you should expect that. You clicked on a ShoeOnHead video. But second of all, yeah, I feel like this is kind of important to talk about. I feel like this type of thing is part of the reason we are where we are right now. This type of stuff drives people away from the left. And more importantly than that, it's just evil. I saw some leftists covering Emiru being canceled, and they were like, the cultural shift is here. Woke 2.0, we don't play around. We're mean now. Woke 2.0? Because Woke 1.0 worked out so well for you guys in the country, right? You're supposed to learn from your mistakes, not double down and get worse. I don't know how you can look at the last 10 years and be like, we have got to get more annoying. Like, what are you doing? Attacking normie streamers for not wanting to be involved in political discourse? Also, I feel like this goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm not smearing, like, the left as a whole, okay? This isn't fucking Fox News. This isn't the Nuxanor channel. I'm well aware there are plenty of left-wing people, especially in my audience, who feel the same way I do. I'm talking about a certain faction of the mostly online left. I was about
Exactly. Also, 100% agree. 100% agree with her. Is that I don't have anything against the left. It's always the crazy, and I've said it over and over again. It's always the lunatics on the left, usually right now, that are just saying these, like, the most delusional things that you just cannot agree on, that even the left or the other people of the left do not agree with you. That's the whole thing, is that whatever's happening in this case, it's just not okay, no matter whose side you're on. This thing has nothing to do with sides. It's everything to do with whether you're a horrible piece of shit or not. That's the whole fucking thing. And it's so sad, though, that people who speak out about these things are seen as the most horrible pieces of shit that basically they are themselves. Because of the things that they say to other people, that if you disagree with them, then you're a Nazi, or you're a fascist, or you deserve to be raped, you deserve to be abused, all that kind of shit, right? You saw it right here in the video too. So, who really is the horrible person here then? If you guys keep saying all that kind of shit over and over again, who really is the horrid piece of shit here? Who really is the Nazi here? Who really is the fascist here? I don't know. Like, it's just insane. And that's why, again, they don't deserve that. Like the people on the left who are actually genuinely good people, and I would consider my mom being more of a left kind of person because of the things that she stands for, and I respect her, and I agree with her. Wow, could you imagine that? I'm somewhat labeled right wing, and I agree with lefts. Oh no, what is this? You know, it's so stupid. It's absolutely stupid. And I don't understand. I don't understand where people like get the time and energy to be putting up with this shit any longer. And that's why when people actually call out these retards for being vile, toxic pieces of human shit, then I feel that that is deserved. And that's why I also said that I don't fuck around anymore. I've been fucked around before with people or from people who were once my friends and then suddenly did a whole 180 because I made some tweets on Twitter where I said that inclusivity is about all ethnicities and that trans surgeries or medicine or drugs should not be given to kids. And therefore, I got seen as racist and transphobic. No, I'm not letting that go because this is where it all started. And I still, to this day, have not received a single apology from the people involved. So yeah, go figure.
To say it's like a loud minority, but I don't even think it's a minority anymore. I think it's like a majority. Like I feel like I'm one of.
Oh, and about that thing, also funny frame. But about the thing that I just said about me not having received that apology, I still forgive them. I still do. I genuinely do. From the bottom of my heart, I still forgive them, but I don't forget. And I would still very much like to have an apology for the things that they said about me, for the lies that they said about me, for the people that got sent after me as well, by the way, which I haven't talked about just yet. But yes, there have been people who were actively like going after me as well, but I kept silent because I didn't want to increase the drama any further than it already was at that point. But yeah, I'm at this point like, fuck it. I don't care anymore. I really don't, because it has to stop. And if we don't call you out on your bullshit, this is exactly what I will do. I will call you out publicly for everyone to see. And I document everything. Whether you like it or not. Like, stop fucking around and stop being fucking retarded. That's all I ask. And again, have I been wronged? Absolutely, 100%. Not a single apology that I got from them. I have also done something wrong. But guess what I did? I apologized. Every single time I apologized. I apologized over and over again, sincerely. I made sure that I did everything that I can to make sure that I repaid and fixed my mistakes. I did everything that I could. And I have evidence of that too. But any apology from the people who were involved in that issue, one apology, one single peep, fucking nothing.
The only ones like holding down the fort, like me and Anna Kasparian. And every day I'm called a right-wing grifter for being like, hey, maybe we can focus on the issues that like actually affect the working class, you know, things that actually help people, not stupid fucking shit like going after e-girl cosplay streamers. Like, can we just get back to the fact that we are all being ruled by satanic billionaire pedophiles who may or may not be eating children, please? Thank you. In conclusion, Emiru did nothing wrong. People are tired of having politics shoved down their throat, and you don't need to speak about things you don't want to speak about. You don't have to do that. You don't have to say the line, actually. This is mass psychosis, rivaling on 2020. These people are trying to socially ostracize this woman for not putting like a black square on her Instagram. They're just mad at Emiru for not doing like the ice bucket challenge or some shit. Like that's basically what is happening here. If you are going to streamers for political information, you are cooked. If you are going to ShoeOnHead for political information, you are deep fried. So that was that little video. If you liked my yapping, please subscribe. And if you can, donate to my Patreon down below. It really helps the channel out and I appreciate it so much. And I will see you guys very soon with a new video. Bye!
But yeah, imagine that. Imagine that. Again, what I'm happy for is the amount of support that Emiru has actually gotten from this entire case. Very happy with that. And absolutely deserved. She deserves all the support and love. She absolutely did nothing wrong. Crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy.